Alright, so this is going to be just a Bunny Girl Senpai rant, more or less completely unscripted. I'm kind of just sitting here with notes on my phone to help guide it along, but I'm just going to be talking for a minute. Because, I have thoughts after how the fuck season 2 ended, and I kind of just, I need to get it out, and, no one that I know just watches a lot of anime, and no one will watch an anime called Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, because stupid fucking name, which I think that's probably my main complaint with the anime, is the fact that it's so good, but it is called such a stupid fucking thing, and all of the names are kind of dumb, and I can't get people to look past the name, because which, I get a lot of animes with stupid names are as stupid as they sound. Shit like Days with My Stepsister, that was such a dog ass anime, but that's not really the point of this video. So but yeah, okay, so the first little note that I have on my phone is Sakura and Mai's relationship, and that's probably one of my favorite things about the anime, is the fact that it is written to be a healthy relationship where they just talk through their problems instead of instead of it causing a whole 3-episode B plot where Sakura has to make up for one little oopsie. The one example I'm thinking of for something that would have caused massive drama in another anime is the Futaba arc, where Sakura offers to let Futaba stay at his apartment for a little bit, and Mai kind of doesn't like that, which makes sense. That makes sense. And he's like, well, why? She's just a friend, and she kind of puts it into perspective, hey, how would you feel if I just had a dude over, if I just had a dude friend over for alone? But also, Mai also understands that, that's his friend. That's one of his best friends. That's that's someone he cares for. So she doesn't just want him to leave her on the street. So he's like, okay, I get why you're doing this. So I will, Futaba can stay over, but I'm sleeping over too while she's over there. I just hit my head against the underneath of my desk. This is a kind of a side tangent, in the side tangent, but I'm currently recording this by just surrounding myself in pillows and blankets and sitting underneath my desk. And being 6'1", having to crouch under a desk is a very unpleasant experience, considering I've had to re-record the beginning of the video 3 times because I kept stuttering I don't know, I have some kind of something wrong with me. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, no, Mai and Sakura's relationship is such a great part of the anime because it does feel real. It really does feel like just two people, two kids just kind of figuring out their shit in life. It's just a shame that that shit happens to also be supernatural goddamn supernatural syndromes that happen to people because they exist. I guess that's one thing. Puberty syndrome, adolescent syndrome. I'm gonna call it adolescent syndrome. I know the official translation is puberty syndrome. Puberty syndrome's stupid. I refuse to call it that. It's adolescent syndrome. Whatever. But adolescent syndrome is such a weird storytelling mechanic, but it's also very clever because it kind of it opens a lot of doors. It's kind of just something to drive the plot forward. Hey, we need something to happen. A new person got adolescent syndrome, which that's how the story wants to run. I get it, but I don't know. I think it kind of gets to me sometimes. It's kind of semi-annoying sometimes, but it's also I don't know. God, I think I also think that Sakura as a character is really it's so interesting as a character. He's such a 3-dimensional character for he's a 3-dimensional character in a series that you wouldn't think would have such dynamic characters. Sakura has this whole thing that he's someone that he gets involved into other people's problems, and he goes out of his way to fix it while just shouting to the roof that he's doing it for selfish reasons. He's doing it for this. He benefits from it from some way. And I mean, we're shown that in the first 3 episodes where he meets Mai, and for no reason he just wraps himself into it, and my blanket fell over. Fuck. He gets involved in Mai's situation for just no reason, because for the reason that he sees someone that needs help, someone that is in a position that reminds him of what he went through, of dealing with this thing that no one believes is real, but is real because you're experiencing it, and literally sacrifices his body and mind by staying up for, I don't think the anime says specifically how long, but if I had to guess, probably 2, 3, maybe 4 days straight. Ruins your mind. And speaking from personal experience, that's not a fun experience. That's not great. One all-nighter puts me like, two. The last time I pulled 2 all-nighters, I think I slept for like 18 hours straight after I decided to finally go to sleep. It's not a great experience, and the anime focuses on that too, like a lot. It shows that, like, it kind of drains Sakata doing that for Mai, but also it shows that he would do that for anyone too going through adolescent syndrome. And it's something I don't see a lot of anime do, where it gives the main character, it makes the main character act unlike, it makes the main character an unreliable narrator in a sense, actually. Because he shouts all this, I'm doing it for this reason, I don't care about it, it doesn't affect me personally, but he still goes out of his way to do it. And I think that's a really unique thing that I don't see a whole lot of anime do.
Hey, so editor me here. For some reason, I didn't think of Lelouch from Code Geass, who's a pretty fucking well-known unreliable narrator in anime to my knowledge. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know for sure, but yeah, whoops.
I mean, correct me if, like, you can throw down examples in the comments, I guess, and be like, oh, like, characters that do this, or characters from this anime do that, and I don't know, I don't watch, I'm very picky with my anime that I watch, so there's a good chance I probably haven't seen it. I mean, like, the only other unreliable narrator in anime that I can think of is, I think probably Light you could consider Light an unreliable narrator, in a sense, I guess. And Light, because Light's kind of like he spouts about all this shit about it being for the betterment of humanity, and he's just, that's just the dude with a god complex. This is completely off topic about a different anime, but Light is just a dude with a god complex. I don't think Light was ever a good person. He's also not a smart character. That's gonna alienate a lot of my audience if this video gets an audience. I don't think Light's a smart character. That man, I saw it online. He basically got the equivalent of the button that you can press to kill anyone and get $1 million for free, and he still got caught somehow. He just had to sit there. He just had to sit there writing names, and he could just sit in his room writing names, just jotting shit down. He got caught somehow. In a week they narrowed it down to his exact to Kira being one of the people from his school. It's a whole other thing. I might make a video on it, but anyway, Sakata is a very unreliable narrator, very interesting, like 3-dimensional character, like weirdly complex. And yeah. Oh, that's not even talking about, though, that, oh my god, the emotions of Bunny Girl Senpai. The way that show gets you feeling things that you would not expect to feel from an anime with that name, it is crazy. It goes, like, the first 3 episodes already set some kind of tone. Mai gets erased, the whole thing. The whole confession scene makes me tear up a little bit every time I watch it. It's sad. It sets the tone. And then the tone kind of narrows, or like it kind of slopes down. I mean, like the Koga arc, I guess, was sad, but it wasn't like, it was emotional, but it also wasn't like, it didn't reach that peak of, Mai getting erased, and I think that was intentional. I don't think, like, even if it wasn't, not every arc has to be like this heavy hitter, like, hitting you with like dingers constantly. Koga's arc is like whatever, and then What's the next arc in the show? I watched season 1 like a day before I made this. I started recording. I should know this. Oh no, it's this. It's the thing with the sisters, or the sisters. Yeah. Then my sister. I'm forgetting her goddamn name. Noka something. Whatever. I'm gonna call her Noka. It's probably not right. I'll throw up text on screen with her actual name. Actually, no, Nokia. I'm gonna call her Nokia because that's funnier. And if I'm gonna get her name wrong, I might as well be funny about it. So yeah, her Nokia, my Nokia switch bodies, and that's a whole thing because it really shows how Bunny Girl Senpai handles its side characters, because that's a whole thing. If we get like a deep look into Nokia's insecurities, and that gets me because I've been there. I don't really, like, I'm older than my sibling by quite a few years, so I've never been compared to my sibling. But I have, I've been through the times where I've compared myself to other people, and it fucking sucks. It's not a great experience, and the show really encapsulates that feeling of like how you can kind of almost bury yourself in this self-doubt, this doubting people, or this doubting yourself if you compare yourself to other people too much. Anyway, was that oh yeah, the whole thing of yeah. So Nakia gets compared to Mai a lot, and that the show really can capsulates sure capsulates how much that just sucks, and it's not it sucks whether you're comparing yourself to other people, or in her case you're someone else is comparing you to other people. It's not it chips away at you in a way that you can't really get back from. It's something that lingers with you even after it stops. Nokia's arc it kind of gets that emotional, and that might be because I relate to it on a more personal level than I think some people might. And then Futaba's arc really gets to me. I don't know if it's I think it's because I've been there. I'm still there. Futaba arcs makes me cry every time I watch it. Then we get to the fucking climax of season 1. The pandas. God damn the fucking pandas. The whole reveal of Kaede having dissociative identity is insane. It is an insane reveal, and it makes the show so much sadder because of it. And then this is gonna be a hot take. I cry harder at the scene of Kaede first going outside for the first time, like finally making it outside. That shit gets me. That shit gets the tear ducts working. They get into overtime on that. That makes me cry though more than than Sakata, having a panic attack on the street, screaming about how they were supposed to see the pandas. That still gets me. Don't get me wrong, but I think Kaede going outside for the first time, it's just more. I don't know. It just hits me more, like on an emotional level, and it handles it so well. Shoko showing up, Sakata's scar opening up too, which is insane foreshadowing. Actually, it is insane foreshadowing. Sakata's scar opening up and then Shoko showing up, and it's like, oh well, wonder if there's a connection, and there is. But the whole Kaede's letter, and it's, oh my god. And then the end of the season. The end of the season was, in my opinion, so great. It was awesome, except for the fact that they didn't let Sakata and Mai kiss. That's my biggest nitpick of the show. They keep teasing us with it, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Oh my god! Also, the mysteries of everything is insane. The way that the show gives you these mysteries, and it kind of lingers with them. It leaves them in the background. It throws it to the forefront of your mind briefly, and then it just goes, hey, no, yeah, we got more shit to focus on. That'll come up later. No, don't forget about it. I haven't read the novel. I don't know what's coming up next and what's gonna be coming in the movie. But everything with the knapsack, I don't fucking understand the knapsack kid at all. This is a thing. This knapsack kid pisses me off on a personal level because I do not get it. Why does it look like Mai? Why does it show up when interdimensional, like when travel between those two timelines show up. Why? Why? Yeah, and Toko Kirishima. What the fuck is that? Because at first it was Nene, doing her whole bit of being Toko Kirishima, and that was weird. That was weird in and of itself. And then the whole thing where a bunch of people thought they were Toko Kirishima, and then and the fact that Toko Kirishima didn't exist in the original timeline according to Shoko is just it's why none of it makes sense. Like, I know the movie's gonna be revealing those answers to those two questions, but like, I want it now. God damn it! Why? I when I finished the last episode of season 2, I've never yelled the words "God fucking damn it" louder in my life, because of the tease at the end with the knapsack kid and Toko Kirishima is just you make me want more, and now I have to wait a year until the movie comes out, and then it's just. And also, gotta say, the title of the movie scares the shit out of me, unless I'm remembering the title wrong, in which case this part's getting cut out. Title: Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dear Friend. That implies so much, so little, and a terrifying amount of what the fuck do you mean, dear friend? Dear friend. Who is the dear friend? Is Toko Kirishima a dear friend of Sakata that was forgotten like Mai? Like, what is... Why? And but also at the same time, that doesn't make sense, because Sakata is shown to be kind of immune to the whole, like people disappearing from reality, which is a whole other fucking set of questions, by the way. Like, with Mai, it made sense. People were forgetting about her slowly. Sakata didn't sleep for a few days, and, people forgot about her when they slept, and so that makes sense. Why could Sakata see Nene and all the other Santa Clauses? Does no one fucking think that's weird? No one thinks that's weird at all? Or what's the or the knapsack kid? Sakata can see the knapsack kid. I don't think he's like, Mai can't see it, but I mean, that was explained away with like, oh, they're two people. You can't. They're both simultaneously, which makes sense. No one else has fucking commented on the knapsack kid though. Why? I don't. It's a whole thing, but yeah, this. I don't know where I'm going with this rant, honestly. This whole video is just something I'm like, I wanted to record this, and I kind of, but yeah, no, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai though it's such a good show, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me personally. It was, I said this at the start, but I watched it at a time when it was a rough time in my life. Still at a rough time, but that's that's not for this video. And I don't know, it helped me gain some sense of like, oh shit, I can like do shit, because when I watched season 1, I was a freshman in high school, or no, not even. I was about a freshman in high school, and I don't know, something about it clicked with me, and that's the point. But Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai it's meant to reflect on problems that teenagers face and that teenagers go through and all that, and I think it does a damn good job at that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's something about it hits with me emotionally. It connected with me in a way that a lot of shows just don't. The only two other shows to have really connected with me in that sense was Steins Gate and ReZero. Both amazing shows, especially Steins Gate. Oh, I'll have to make videos about those at some point and rant like this. But they're nice. They're so good, and yeah. But Bunny Girl Senpai, I've hit all my points actually. I think I can more or less end this video from here. Yeah. Sakata, my relationship, Sakata's a character, how emotional that shit got me, and how it handles its characters. Yeah, I guess I kind of skimmed through that last part. It handles its characters good. That's it. Okay, I'm done. I'm hot as hell under this fucking thing. I might throw up a fucking picture of what the underneath of this recording thing looks like. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go, do shit and, have life. Smoke cigarettes. Do drugs. Don't. Actually, I gotta cut that part out. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, so, jeez, I lost my train of thought. This is gonna be cut out because it's just a lot of me saying, oh, yeah, and so, the show's arcs, so yeah,